Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of A Bizarre Day, except we're not playing the game, we're actually talking about the Trello because this probably isn't accurate, but apparently another Bizarre Adventure is planned on coming out on the 31st of December 2020. This isn't confirmed, I can't stress that enough, I just kind of heard that when I was just lurking in the Discord, but you know, possibilities. And I had this video planned, so, you know, I was like, hey, might as well let it out right now. So obviously, you know, we're not playing a game. You're gonna have to look at my ugly face. Hi, how you doing? It's great meeting you all again. So, another Bizarre Adventure, probably the most anticipated game of 2020. But this game, first of all, for some reason, because since I'm making videos on it, people think that I'm a developer. I have anything to do with it. I don't. I'm just they gave me tester because I'm a funny YouTuber, man. I'm not. If we look in these, yeah, I'm not a Trello man. I'm not an owner. I'm not a community manager. Bob is though. I'm not a head of anything. I don't actually have a head. This is just a cosmetic. I'm not a developer. I'm not a senior developer. I'm not an admin. I'm not a moderator. I am not. No. I can't make games. I'm stupid. I'm small brain. But we're talking about another Bizarre Adventure. So right now, most of these stands I've already done videos on them, aside from Star Platinum The World or Star Platinum Part 4 and this Star Platinum, because apparently this Star Platinum got rushed, so I didn't want to do a video on it. I was going to wait till it got reworked, but I guess that just wasn't going to happen, so let's just look what he's got. He's got a punch, he's got a leg sweep, he's got a strong punch, he's got a... what's this? Oh, he's got a broken jail cell bar. I couldn't even see anything in his hand, but I guess that's it. You've got Star Platinum combos, you've got auras. I mean, I probably will talk about this in its own video later on. It's just that it's not out yet. Star Platinum Part 4 is recorded, it's just not out yet. Star Platinum Part 3 it's not recorded or anything. But what you really came here to see are the stands that I don't have access to, that I'm not going to show for a while. We've got Killer Queen here, which has a sanity meter. I believe that one of the developers was in the background of our video with Killer Queen. I think it was it the second one? I don't know, but he was there and he had Killer Queen, so I walked away from him. You got a smackdown, you've got a freaking head smash, because that's always fun. You got an uppercut, you got an aerial punch. I remember when Kira did that. You guys remember that? That was great. You've got a kick that just also happens to trip people. You've got the contact bomb. You've got a hand fit. It's literally called hand fetish. Oh, You've got a hand fetish. You've got a killer. You got a killer combo. You've got the Shiba. Oh god. Oh, when that's in the game, I swear if it goes Shiba, I'm going to cry. We're not gonna go into too much detail about these. Just know it's like, wow, 3 barrages. Hold up. Shiba, hand fetish. Shiba, aerial Shiba. Shinel. Oh, Shine. He means die in Japanese. Okay, I can't see that, but he's got the heavy punch. Wow, so much punches. He's got the bomb. What's the bomb actually look like? Because obviously I haven't seen it yet. Go ahead, detonate it. Okay, it's just Roblox explosion.exe. A kick that smacks them onto the ground. You've got a disguise, which makes you look like Kira. I don't know why you want to look like Kira. That would make it seem pretty obvious, but I mean, for Roblox, I mean, it works, because, you know, they'll never know that Cheap Trainer was the guy with the hand fetish, right? You've got the first bomb, nice effects, as compared to the first one. Does it have a nice bomb? Nope, you're still just Roblox.png, sheer heart attack. Oh, he goes, like, in their mouth. That's nasty, and it looks like it's just the same mesh I've seen in every other game. Where is he? This is just sprint. Oh, there's not a GIF for that one. You've got quotes, you've got disguise quotes, and you got low HP quotes. Very nice. Do they have a picture of sheer heart attack? No, they just have pictures of the models. Okay. The hand was actually out for some time. Like, I think we used the hand and diver down in my review video, so I won't talk about them, because they're just getting reworked right now. That's why we can't use them. Goal experience just doesn't exist, but he's confirmed, I guess. Weather report I've seen a few times. I don't know if he's still a work in progress. I don't know if he's going to come out or anything. I've seen essentially everything that he does, but, you know, I guess we'll go over it again. He's got a grab. Well, when I say go over again, I mean, like, go over with people watching, right? Because I've already, you know, I've seen this in my own time. Like, when I was recording videos with Bob, and we would just suddenly feel the urge to murder each other, you know? We just suddenly just fought for, like, 5 minutes in the recording, and then poor Mixu had to edit it out because we just couldn't handle it. You broke a window. He throws a cola. Oh, I've seen this before. There's like no cooldown on that. No, 4 seconds. That's a lie. I've seen this thing. They've got cola miniguns out there. Weather report combo where you punch. You got a barrage. You've got a strong. Oh no, heavy weather. Oh, that's your F ability, not your R ability. Okay, that's why. I've seen heavy weather a lot. I don't know if like maybe just the normal moves aren't done, but I know heavy weather works. Heavy weather's really cool. You turn everybody into a slug. It's pretty entertaining to see a person slowly turn into a slug. The frog rain, I haven't seen that, so I don't know what to say about that. I've seen the blood icicles too, I think, which are, yeah, they're just icicles. They kind of stab out around you. It's very fun. Sky High, this isn't out yet. This is just a model picture. But Sky High, I believe, he's from part 6, and I think his ability was to control those little tube things that flew around. And his user was like super scared of them or something. Tussac 1, this is just a model, there's nothing confirmed. And look at this. Remember this. Regarding all Tussacs, no information will be giving out until the game releases. Remember that. Remember that. The World High Voltage, which I'm assuming is just the World High off of Joseph. No, this is the World Alternate Universe. But he's called High Voltage for some reason. They're probably right and I'm just wrong, but that's also a work in progress. Josephumi is soft and wet because Josephumi and Josuke is soft and wet are both different stands. I am a rock. I am a rock. Doesn't, honestly, the model could probably use some work. Doesn't look as... But then again, we don't even see most of, I am a rock in the manga, to be fair, so there's that. Wonder of You. I don't know why everyone has just I don't know why they have such a throbbing pee-pee for Wonder of You. I don't know why everyone's so obsessed with this guy. His whole ability is just, if you try to come after me, you die. Everything implodes if you touch it. That's a really poor way of explaining it, but you get the idea. Heaven's Door OVA it's just a model. It's Heaven's Door, but he's purple and blue. We talked about this in the JoJo game, like, on Monday? Yeah, right now it's also Monday. I phased them out. And Purple Haze Distortion is also apparently a work in progress despite not even having a model. But then again, the same can be said for Gold Experience. Gold Experience Requiem. I've seen Gold Experience Requiem before. Right now, all it does is infinitely kill you for like a solid minute or two. I think it was in one of the videos where Bob accidentally used it on me. And then poor Mixer had to cut all that out. But the model, I mean, I've just seen a lot of Gold Experiences. It doesn't look that great, to be honest, especially compared to everything else. Like, especially Magician's Red here. I'm so sorry, but I just love Magician's Red in this game. He's so good. I love him. Chariot Requiem. Who are you? How long have you been standing there? Chariot Requiem. The first model looked awful because, I mean, to be fair with Chariot Requiem, what are you supposed to do? You essentially have like this samurai guy who's just completely black, and he doesn't even have a face. But this model looks much better, so there's that. Hopefully they do Chariot Requiem justice, and those are the only Requiem Over Heaven stands that they have confirmed right now. Wait, Over Heaven? I thought they weren't going to add Over Heaven? Nah, I just won't question it. Specs, standless. This right here is literally it's in every part. It starts in part 1, yes, part 1. No, it starts in part 2, then it goes to part 5, then to part 1, then to part 9, which doesn't even exist right now, then to part 8, then 6, and then 7, 4, and 3. I don't know, that's just funny to me. Dio's boxing technique. We first saw this in Your Bizarre Adventure, but no other game has added that yet, so good on them. Dio's boxing is essentially boxing but underhanded tactics, i.e. jabbing out your eyeball. And then, like, maybe they could just add Jonathan's boxing, but it's just normal boxing. Cars, I've not seen anything of this. It's just a model right now. I'm sure they will add it, because Cars and Wamu are both just in every game. Yeah, they already have Ultimate Lifeform Plan 2, which is just a model of wings. They don't look that great for wings, but, you know, I mean, they're not out yet, so. Leaky Eye Luca, yes, they're finally. I don't know why more games don't have this, but the funny thing with the model is that it looks like a toy. Looks like a little toy shovel. But, hopefully they go through with this, because I think Leaky Eye Luca is a pretty funny spec to add, since all he is just a thug with a shovel. Spin, it's just a green ball, right? It's just a green ball right now. Since these are all the work in progress ones, I've seen this one before. I've seen this out. It's the same thing with the cola, except it's just balls. So there's no cooldown. The admins will just throw a million balls at me. It's the worst. I hate it. And then the reskins and shinies. Oh boy, I hope they don't go through with this because the least they could do is do it like A Bizarre World. A Bizarre World is the only game that handled reskins or shinies or whatever. They handled it so well. They had if you haven't played it, they have Io Suji from Part 4. If you don't know who that is, that's a Cinderella user, and she's the one who gives you the reskins. And there's tons of different ones. They have their own ones, and they have canon ones like Green Star Platinum is in there. I know they have Edge of the World in there. They have like, and then they have their own ones like a Silver Mr. President, stuff like that. So hopefully, there's a lot. Oh my god. Oh, well, we'll get to that shortly. The World, Day of Destruction. This literally just looks like this man put himself as the world. That's all I have to say on that one. I don't even know why I'm going to talk about these. This is a blue gold experience. Very nice. The Hand Scrape doesn't exist yet. Gold experience Cloud Dream doesn't exist yet. Sticky Fingers Raven. Yo, guys, Bucciarati is now edgy. Purple Haze, Golden Smoke doesn't exist yet. Don't know what you're talking about. Gold experience Requiem, Crystal Cloud. Gold experience Requiem, Crystal Meth. It could happen, that's all I'm saying. The World High Voltage Scarlet Halicon. That is a long name. D4C Soccer. D4C? What? Is D4C even in here? Tusk is in here. D4C isn't in here. Yeah, D4C isn't even a work in progress. D4C doesn't even have anything. D4C is just... Okay. Soft... But there's no soft and what either? Planning reskins for stands that don't exist yet. Crazy Diamond, Dr. Diamond. That's probably going to be funny. Purple Haze, Domino Haze. Yeah, Purple Haze isn't in here either. The World Fallen. Shadow of the World, Shadow of the World. Oh my god, I can't escape it! Why is Shadow of the World in every game? Magician's Red Cremation. And then Magician's Purple. Magician's Purple. This is the old mall. Star Platinum, heck. Oh no, Magician's Curse, Festive Hermit. Well, you kind of missed that one, didn't you? And again, Hermit Purple isn't here yet. Why are you planning skins for it? Sticky Fingers Prime. There was a Prime of Sticky Fingers. Yo, he shows up in Part 6? Aww. The joke is that Prime is when they first show up. Sticky Fingers Bubblegum, I remember that. White Snake Green Mint, very nice. Inverted White Snake, Black Snake, yeah, always a fan favorite right there. Geo Sticky Fingers, I totally didn't accidentally guess the code for that once. And they had to change it. I would never, not in a million years. Yeah, no, I did. It was pretty funny. And then this Abomination Copyright Breaker. Again, Ball Breaker doesn't even exist right now. Matrix World Silver Inquisition. I'm assuming this is a Silver Cherry. It doesn't exist yet. Melon Hierophant also doesn't exist yet. King Crimson Beyond Universe. This is interesting that they have all these reskins planned for stands that aren't even existing right now. It's a very ambiguous game to say the least. This arrow is giant, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not stabbing myself with that. Bro, the arrow is bigger than the character when he stabs it in his chest. Look at that. It's so... Jesus. He's packing heat. Rokuka Fruit doesn't exist. Requiem Arrow. It's an arrow but has a beetle on it. The Green Baby. We've actually seen the Green Baby, so I will give them that. It is a baby. I'm going to eat the baby. Jotaro's Memory Disc. We've actually also seen normal Memory Disc. We don't know if this is going to be its own thing, if this is going to specifically be Jotaro's Memory Disc, or is it just going to be like if I steal Bob, is it just going to be Bob's Memory Disc? I don't know, but we know there are Memory Discs and Stand Discs, so there's that. Joseph's Walkman, I've seen this before. Basically what they're going to do with this is if you have this, you can play your own music, but no one can hear it. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And they have reskin tokens, which again, reskinning is... Well, hopefully you handle it better than A Bizarre Day did, to say the least. Hopefully you handle it like A Bizarre World. True Chad's over there. NPCs and Dummies. Enrico Pucci. He's not here yet, but they plan to make him reset the stand. I don't know if they got this from A Bizarre World. I doubt it, because Another Bizarre Adventure has been in development for over a year, but I don't think they've stolen this idea. I think a lot of people have thought of this, having Enrico be the one to change your stand, but then no one goes through it because little red fruits are just so much easier. So, you know, hopefully do with that. Artify, I'm assuming this is just a dev. Artify is the person you go if you want to achieve a recolor. Okay, hopefully you handle your shot very well. Testy, he can't die. Clearly the best dummy. Can't be burnt by Magician's Red. Is that Bob? Oh my god. Cosmo Dummy. I'm assuming this is another... Yeah, this is a dummy inspired of this guy's avatar. Very nice. Congratulations, Mr. Dev. Alessi, we tried to use him, but then he didn't work. What he'll do is devolve your stand, i.e. if you have Sea Moon, it'll turn back into White Snake. If you have Made in Heaven, it'll go to Sea Moon, stuff like that. Reborn's Retail, I'm assuming this is another dev, where you can buy stuff. Very nice. Bosses. We haven't talked about bosses. We haven't seen bosses either. Well, I've seen bosses. I just don't want to... I don't want to... Bosses are annoying. Dio Brando, but he has the world? The joke is that Dio from part 3 is just Dio in all caps. Yeah, see, look. They changed it from Dio Brando in lowercase to Dio. Dio! I've caught you slacking. What can I say? Jobin Higashikata. He has Speed King. Okay, no, here are the models. Okay, I just had to scroll down, so I ignore everything I said earlier. And if you already commented about it, you're gonna get bullied. Jobin has Speed King, so we can assume that Speed King's probably gonna be in it. Oh wow, it got turned into a boss. Thank you. I didn't need this. I really didn't need this. E-Man Shadow of the World. Jorokuja Part 6 is planned. Josuke Higashikata is also planned. Is that gonna be Josuke Higashikata 4 or 8 or... And then Heaven Descent Dio. I thought they weren't gonna do Over at Heavens, but now they want to do them? Okay, that's weird. They have maps planned. Test City, which is obviously the city that we've all seen, the one we're used to. And then Burning Down the House, Shakedown Road, and Withering Seasons. So this would probably... I think they'd be the first to have Shakedown Road. I think Exabirth has a secret area with Burning Down the House, or they might have used to. But I won't say that either of them got to that first. But now we get into the juicy stuff. Stand models. So these are stuff that are probably going to be added. We have Hierophant Green. We have the Fool. One thing with, like, the Fool is that, you know how Iggy's the user and everyone... All the devs feel the need to, oh, if I want to add the Fool, I have to make the user into a dog. You don't. You don't need to stress that much. Just add the Fool. We don't need a whole I'm a turtle, I'm a dog, I'm an orangutan. We don't need that. We don't need that. There are yes, animals can have stands, and there have been multiple animal stand users. There's even stand users of objects, but you don't need to go that far because everyone on Roblox is a Robloxian. They are alive. They are humans technically, kind of, maybe. So you don't need to feel the need to turn them into a dog. Hanged Man has always been a just like a sub part of Emperor, which was always annoying because I liked Hanged Man a lot. I mean, come on, look at his design. He's so cool. Hopefully they go through with that, but I doubt it because we haven't seen Hanged Man in the game for a while. I think there was one very old game that had a Hanged Man, but it doesn't exist anymore. Silver Chariot. Wow, this picture's really bad. I can't really tell what I'm looking at, but hopefully they do my boy justice. Dark Blue Moon. There was another very old game that had Dark Blue Moon, but the way they had Dark Blue Moon was he was on all fours and just kind of like slinked around behind you like an actual fish. It was kind of annoying, so hopefully if they do add Dark Blue Moon, maybe make him like an actual, you know, person. Because the thing with Dark Blue Moon is that, yes, he's a fish, but that doesn't mean he's... You know, we've seen him on all fours when he, you know, captured the girl and was holding her like this and was like, aha, I'm Dark Blue Moon! The moon represents betrayal and fear of the unknown! Like, he's a humanoid fish, right? Because even as the user said, he doesn't have a name for some reason, that kind of annoyed me. As the user said, in the water, my Dark Blue Moon is the strongest. It's the fastest and can basically beat your Star Platinum no matter what. So, though he's capable of being on land, but he's just better under the water. That was the whole gimmick with him, right? Anyway, and here's Anubis. They have Anubis with and without a sheath, so this is probably the first game to have Anubis with an actual, like, sheath, instead of just Anubis being the raw sword. And I hope they don't stress the fact that you need to be Anubis, like you don't need to be... Or, actually, that would be kind of cool if you were just the sword, and then if someone picks you up, then you become unsheathed, and then they can use you. Or you could just do what A Bizarre World did with Mr. Present, where in order to get Anubis, you have to, you know, go around the map and find him, and then he'll be like, you can be my stand user. All you have to do is unsheath me. And then you like, yes or no, you press yes, and then the unsheath comes off and he has like a purple aura, and then all of a sudden you're holding Anubis and you're like, oh, I feel the need to kill, type of thing, right? That would be cool, but I don't know, because Anubis is just, he's just a sword. There's no real need to go all the way. Hermit Purple! He's literally just thorns. Hopefully they release him though, because more stands better. Thoth has been in no games, and I really wanted Thoth in a game because the way I wanted Thoth to work was, you know how Thoth, if you read Thoth, it'll tell you the future. So what I was thinking was, you use Thoth, Thoth will tell you where items will spawn every now and again. You don't have any control over it, it's just completely random. You just have Thoth, and then eventually pages will appear and it'll be like, oh, this thing's gonna appear here, right? Or it could have, like, it could work like Epitaph, too, where, oh, this guy's gonna attack you this way, you gotta go ahead and dodge it, and it gives you dodge, right? Or something like that, but, you know, then again, if you do this, then it'll attack this guy, it'll affect this guy in that way. There's a lot of things you can do with Thoth that just no game does, because guess what? It's just a book. What can you do with a book? Yeah, I mean, you could beat someone over the head with a book, that's all I'm saying. I mean, a whole horse got a brick, that's all I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. Emperor, it's a gun. It's very funny because it's a gun. Star Platinum final round and the world final round are just Star Platinum, but stronger in the world, but stronger, right? No real difference in the model, they're just better. Crazy Diamond, this model looks awful, I'm sorry. Hopefully they, like, revamp or rework it or something when it does come out. Echoes Act 3, it's strange how they only have Act 3 instead of, Acts 1 and 2. Maybe, I don't know, did you know that Hadjiker was the first game to have Echoes Act 0? If you don't know, Echoes Act 0 is just the egg. And it was just useless, and it was super funny. Because in order to get the other echoes, you'd have to, you know, use the egg for a while, and then eventually you'd hatch. Then you get Act 1 and then stuff like that. So what they could do is they could have the... I know they have the rage meter, so they could have, like, a self-confidence meter. And the more that your self-confidence goes up, the stronger echoes get. So, no confidence, you get the egg. Some confidence, you get Act 1. More confidence, you get Act 2. Full confidence, you get Act 3, right? Also, there was a really cool, like, the whole aspect of echoes was, like, the sound of your words, the meaning of your words, and the weight of your words. I always thought that was cool. So, you know, it was a cool concept, and I was very happy. Bad Company. I don't think this guy has been in any game, so hopefully he does come out. He's basically just Harvest with guns. There's no joke here. He's literally just Harvest but with guns. He has, I believe, 50 soldiers. I think there's 5 helicopters and 3 tanks, and then each soldier has a few landmines. But I'm probably wrong. I'm sure like the wiki or something has the actual amount of troops there are. But hopefully if they do add Bad Company, you know, you can have this move has the troops shoot. This move has the tanks fire. This move has the helicopters shoot rockets. This move has the troops place down the bombs. This one has the troops do this. This one has all of your guys go in. You know, there's a lot of stuff you could do with Bad Company, but it just doesn't exist. Cinderella. This was in one game a long time ago. I think it got renamed to JoJo's Bloxy Adventure now. But all Cinderella did in that game was it had like a basic Crunch and Strong Punch, and then it could change your avatar to look like someone else's. So hopefully, you know, this guy right here gets a makeover because he ain't looking too hot. I mean, he's got the drip, but you know, the face ain't got the drip. But then again, who am I to talk? But Cinderella would just basically disguise you as someone else, and this could work well with their whole chat disguise feature as well. Oh god, yes. Cheap Trick. I always love Cheap Trick because he's just a jerk. He's just rude. He just doesn't care. He wants you to die, and he's gonna do anything he can do to make sure that happens. So I always like Cheap Trick, but no one's gonna add him in the game, because what's the point of adding a stand that kills the user? What's the point? Why would I want that, right? I want it because it's funny. But Cheap Trick, eventually, what they would do with this is, if you look at his back, the user dies and Cheap Trick goes to you. Cheap Trick actually works as a sub-stand. Like, for example, the first guy who had it, whatever his name was, the architect, he had it as his main stand because he was the one who got shot with the arrow, but he was super, you know, he wasn't very self-confident about himself, so instead he got a stand that kills him. So, he had it as a main stand. But when Rohan, a stand user, got, you know, he looked at the back, Cheap Trick became a sub-stand so that, you know, Rohan wouldn't die from having 2 stands or something, I don't know. You can't have 2 stands, right? Like, if you stab yourself with the arrow twice, you're dead. Stuff like that, I don't know. But Cheap Trick's always cool. I like Cheap Trick. Heaven's Door. This would be the first game to have Heaven's Door manga. Because you see that there's Heaven's Door and then Heaven's Door matured form, right? So Heaven's Door manga would essentially just be, hey, look at this manga. Boom, now I own you. I'm going to go ahead and write that you're a nerd. Right? That's all it does. And then Heaven's Door matured form would just be, you know, all of this little... Bro, he got a brick for a head. Why are his clothes so wrinkly? Hopefully they redo that model for a little bit, but you get the idea. Heaven's Door manga would be, you gotta look at this for me to attack you, and Heaven's Door matured form is I can force you to, you know, enjoy my manga, I guess. Enigma. Right now, A Bizarre World doesn't have Enigma out. They were planning on it, so hopefully they go through with that, because then they would be the first game to have Enigma. Enigma is a stand that, essentially, this could also be a thing. You have a fear meter, like everyone does, and Enigma has certain moves that'll cause you to feel more fear. Like, you know, you open up some paper, and then all of a sudden you have a gun pointing at you, right? That's stuff they could do. Just give him moves that make someone scared, and then once their fear meter is full, they will, like, maybe they'll start shaking a little bit when it's, like, half full, or maybe they'll do this and this and this, and then when it's full, maybe they could, like, I don't know, like, bite their lip, like, that's what Josuke's tell was. And then once they're at full fear, and the user acknowledges that, they can use, like, I know that F is usually the key for their biggest move, so they can press F, and then boom, they turn the person into paper, and now that they're paper, they can, throw them around or something, I don't know, kill them. It's basically like Pokemon, but instead of beating them to death so that you can enslave them, you just scare them to death so you can enslave them, right? Aerosmith. I've seen Aerosmith in a lot of games. He's just a plane that shoots people. It's not very interesting. Model's decent, but then again, it's a plane. Moody Blues. I've seen Moody Blues in a few games, but for some reason they completely ignore the hey, I replay stuff and change it to hey, I'm a punchy stand now. So hopefully they don't do that. And the model doesn't look very... It could use some more work, to be fair, but... I'm assuming these stands haven't been touched in a long time. Spice Girl! It's a punchy stand, but makes stuff soft instead of punching them, really. So, I don't know what you could do with that. I've seen Spice Girl in a lot of games, too. Purple Haze. I hope they make it so that Purple Haze kills its user. Oh, wow, that first model was really bad. What they could do with Purple Haze is just punchy stand... I mean, I've seen Purple Haze in a fair amount of games, so I'm assuming they probably have it on lockdown, but... Ooh, Black Sabbath. I haven't seen Black Sabbath in any game so far, but I might just be... I'm probably just dumb, maybe. No, wait. Has he been in Exabirth? I don't know. I haven't seen Black Sabbath in any game. I haven't seen Black Sabbath in any games recently. Let's say that. Because the way Black Sabbath works is this. The user gives you something to... He gives you the lighter. Because that's the thing that, you know, he uses in order to judge the trust. So, he gives you the lighter, and then you try to... go a full 24 hours without it, but, you know, 99% of the time, you're probably not going to be able to go through the whole day without doing the lighter. So once the lighter goes up, Black Sabbath starts attacking you, stabs you with the arrow, you get a stand if you're standless, and you die if you're not. Right? But that would be too strong. Craftwork. I haven't seen Craftwork in any games either. I don't really know what to say about Craftwork. His whole ability is just I put stuff in place and then tap it with enough force. And then when I let it go, it shoots out very, very strong. And oh, wait, you got a gun? I could use that. I could use that. That's very nice. Go ahead, shoot me. Shoot me. And maybe he could have a move where when you attack them, like maybe they get stuck to you, or like it's just a damage reduction thing. I don't know. A Babyface. Babyface hasn't been... This is actually Babyface Jr. Babyface hasn't been in any games because it's a, you know, it's a computer, you know, doing that in order to make this guy. And what he does is he attacks you, and the longer that you fight him, I'm assuming, the stronger he would get, and the more data the enemy has on you, the stronger the Babyface is. Like, for example, Star Platinum's whole gimmick is, actually, no, the world's whole gimmick is that he can stop time, so Babyface could eventually get, you know, time movement or something like that. We're fighting Gold Experience, he can create life, Baby starts taking life, Fighting Magician's Red, Baby has the ability to use water, I don't know, stuff like that. He'd just be super adaptive, right? White Album, I've seen White Album in, have you seen White? No, I've seen him in a fair amount of games. He's just a suit stand that has ice powers, it's pretty basic, so like, yeah, and he's super defensive too. I haven't seen Green Day in a lot of games, because the way Green Day works is that if I'm above you, you're dead. That's literally all it is. If I'm above you, you're dead. End of story. So, I don't really know what they could do with Green Day, because that's all his ability is. It forces mold everywhere. How many models are there? Jesus. Alright, we need to go a little bit faster. Stone Free. Pretty basic punch stand, but string. Kiss? Oh, that model doesn't look that great. Put sticker on and then pull off, deal big damage. The Stone Free's alright. I was just taking another look at why do you have two skin tones? Why are you blue and purple? Star Platinum Part 6 is literally just Star Platinum, but older and weaker, so there's not really much to say about that. Jumping Jack Flash. I feel like I've seen a lot of games talk about adding Jumping Jack Flash, and then they just don't. But the way Jumping Jack Flash works is that he's literally just... this is my field of gravity. So if they got C Moon to work in this game, especially to the point where it can tip the entire map, I think they could get Jumpin' Jack Flash to work where if you enter this area, you know, start to fly around, you can't really move or do anything, and I can just move around, do whatever the heck I want. So there's that. Underworld. Underworld is interesting because what he does is he digs up the ground's memories. Like, for example, one of his moves could be... All of his moves will revolve around digging up the ground. So one of his moves could be, I dig up the ground and I retrieve the memory of a football player, and, you know, the football player tackles the enemy, right? Stuff like that. So you just need to do stuff that would seem reasonable. So like, for example, we're in Test City, so he could like dig up a memory of some civilians maybe living their life to get information or something, I don't know. And now, remember when I told you, remember how they said we're not going to give away any information on the other Tussacks? Well, here are the full models. There's Tussac 2. Hey, look at that. There's some of Tussac 3. And hey, look at this. Tussac 4. Hey, look, the full That's a bad model. I like this one much better, even though I only see a little bit of it. But they do give you the information on the models. Ball Breaker here is going to break your balls. He's, I don't know, Tusk we've seen a lot of games. Ball Breaker is essentially Tusk, just weaker. Chocolate Disco we've seen a few games. Exabirth and Bizarre Santa both have them. So they could really just, the way Chocolate Disco works is they just have like random items, and it's like, I'm going to take nails, and I put in slot A3, and then Gyro, who just also happens to be standing on A3, gets stabbed by nails, right? So you could just have him with a ton of items. He could have nails, he could have a gun, he could have acid, stuff like that. Everyone in Part 7 has a gun, so gun's probably that. That D4C looks really bad. D4C, seen him in a million games. Not much to say about him. Tubular Bells. I haven't seen him in any games, nor have I heard him talk about, because the way Tubular Bells works, what they could do is they could have it so that you want to attack certain targets. So like, you pick up a balloon and then ask you, who do you want to attack or like investigate or whatever, and you like put in Sheep Trainer, and then you blow up the bells, and you blow up the balloon, then you make them into the little dogs, and the dogs will kind of like go invisible, and then they'll kind of like lurk around me for a little bit, and then eventually they'll start attacking me. Like if I were to, like, if I attack someone else, then the Tubular Bells would go out to defend that other person, start attacking me, and, you know, go inside of me, and then boom, 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 blow up, and I would die. Right? That's what Tubular Bells could do. Cream Starter is basically just flesh spray, so there's a lot you could do with it. Like she has the ability to make it so that she can block your eyes, she can block your nose, so you stop breathing. She can make you blind, she can make you suffocate. Technically, she can move her, she can, like, talk through different areas, so maybe you could, like, spray a little bit of this on there, and then you could talk from that little area over there. Well, in reality, you're all the way over there. I don't know, there's stuff you can do with Cream Starter, too. It's, ugh. Hey, he's just lucky, so we could just have, like, a luck meter, and the higher the luck meter is, the more, like, chances to dodge her, the more unique stuff will happen. I don't know. Civil War. I really like Civil War. He's probably my favorite Part 7. Oh, that model's so bad. No, my boy. But, Civil War, his whole gimmick is that he puts the sins onto other people. So if he kills someone, and then someone kills him, then the sin of the person the Civil War user killed, and the sins of the Civil War user himself would go onto the person who killed him, right? For example, when Johnny was fighting the Civil War guy, he took on all of the sins of that guy because he sold out his army in order to save his own life. So, I don't know, just basically he's zombies, I guess. Catch the Rainbow is super basic. It's just a mask that lets you walk on rain and do, like, tons of stuff only when it's raining, so there's that. In a Silent Way is essentially just better Echoes Act 2. Instead of I put word here and you interact so it explodes, he's just, I put word here and you die. That's how it works, from what I remember anyway. Okay, now we're getting to the end. Soft and White, seen him in a ton of games, not much to say. Nut King Call, don't know why he's not in more games, because his whole ability is, like, he can just detach your limbs. That's all his ability really is. Or he could detach stuff from you, I don't know, maybe he could rob you, I don't know. Brainstorm. He's a little virus that, like, infects you, right? I'm pretty sure that's what he does, so he would basically just be a stronger version of Purple Haze, if I'm right. But you have to be within certain range, too. Get that Shadow World main off my screen. Oh, I can't. I just looked over and was like, ugh. Speed King is just a better fire stand, but probably not going to be better than Magician's Red, because Magician's Red is amazing. And then Born This Way, you could just have Born This Way follow someone, then every time they try to enter an area or something, Born This Way will attack them. Because that's all Born This Way can do. Vitamin C is probably my favorite Part 8 stand, just because his ability was, like, I don't know, it was pretty interesting. Because what he does is he puts his fingerprints everywhere, and if someone touches the fingerprints, they, like, turn into a little liquid, and they can't do anything. And I actually made a move set for him at one point, but what he could do is that we know his user, carries money on him because, he's a rich guy and he sells the replicas and everything. So we know that one of his moves includes him taking out his paper bills, lining them up, straightening them, and then, you know, going over the soft people and cutting off parts of their body. Primarily, he takes out their liver. And, you know, he just slowly tortures them. He could throw fish into people. He could, you know, squish them with a coin. There's lots of stuff he could do with that, so hopefully that comes through. And then Half-Red Green Ultra Universe is probably going to be their own thing. I hope they don't go through with that, though. Oh, finally, I finished talking about all the stand models. Jesus, there's so much stuff planned for this game. I can't wait for it to not come out, even though they said it would. Nah, I'm kidding. It'll probably come out. And then they have an arcade mode, which is just... It's basically you're just playing Heritage for the Future, but in Roblox. So you can go ahead and pause and read all these if you want to, but you get the general idea. It's going to be... It's just Heritage for the Future, right? And then I believe that's everything. Yeah, this arcade is just, like, stuff about the arcade. Not most of it is done anyway. And then they have their own, like, staff stand specs over here. We won't talk about them. That's, like, super edgy, though. I'm just going to say that there. Whew. But hopefully, this is everything we have to expect from Another Bizarre Adventure. I do have pretty high expectations for this game. It's been hyped up for the longest time, so hopefully when it does come out, it doesn't flop like all the other testings it has had. So as always, I hope you all like the game, favorite the game, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and as always, I will see you on the next video.